All right, welcome to the O'Reilly car at Nashville Superspeedway. This is a sneakily difficult track to be really fast at, I think. Very sensitive to minute changes in line and the way you pick up the throttle. In the interest of time, this is the start of the run-up to the second lap. I want to go over some of the interesting things that I've found that gain speed and lose speed, so it might go kind of long, so I'm just going to start here. This is the run-up. I'll go over marks mostly in the far chase after. I'm going to ride the wall to this blue section, turn down, give it gas. Really on the right rear here, so be careful. We're going to take the apron. You gain about an extra hundredth doing this on the beginning of the lap. Nice wide arc in, getting down to the yellow. Want to exit low and not scrub the right front too much. That will lose time. Also going to take a nice wide arc here, using a lot less brake than turns 1 and 2. Drive it in much deeper this corner. Also want to take a nice low exit off. Try not to scrub the right front too much. I maybe do a bit there. Also take the apron. And we're running a 5:10, which is a pretty good lap. First section there, you can copy paste that. It was very good. I wanted to run a slightly better lap, see if I could. I never could, but I did end up running a very good second section on this lap. And there is just the littlest minute difference here. I'm going to drive it in deeper by about maybe 50 feet. I'll show the garage 61 data after this. Same exact brake, but I'm going to pick up the throttle a little bit more slower and gradually, but still get to full throttle at the exact same time as my fast lap. And it results in being about 600ths faster, which is huge. Let's see, pretty much the same line, more gradual throttle, increasing. And yeah, it's a 5.42, but that second section was 600ths faster. And I'm going to show the Garage 61 data just so you can see this little difference in how much time it gained. So I'm braking here just slightly later, and you can see I was moving just a bit faster on the straightaway. That makes up about 100th. So really in this turn, I'm making up about 500ths. And so I drive it in just a tad deeper, only about 50 feet, if that, more like 40 maybe. And then picking up the throttle at the exact same time, but not coming up to here and plateauing and staying partial throttle, doing a more gradual throttle increase and coming to full at nearly the exact same time. But you can see, look at the speed up here. Results in coming off the corner much faster, about a mile and some change an hour faster. And that gains us a ton of time. From here, I'm behind 900ths. You can see here, 900ths behind. And at the line, I'm only 300ths and some change. So just a small little difference in throttle here gave us a ton of time. And you can see the brake trace is so similar, although it occurred just a little bit later. The blue one is the slightly faster one, remember. So yeah, very minute difference and a huge change in time though. Let's go ahead and just look at the far chase now of these laps. And I'll give some markers. Also switch to in-car cam in some of these. Let's do the run-up. So the run-up here, I want to ride the wall, and what I'm looking for is to turn down right around here and to start gassing it up. You're really on the right rear here and the car is loose, so be careful. And I'm kind of aiming for this blue section to be back up the wall. This track is like playing blue sections. And again, get down on the apron here. Want to be back up to the wall by the beginning of this blue section here. And our braking point is a few car lengths after the blue section. And what I'm looking for is, you can see I'm just picking up the brake in the cockpit. I'm looking for just this last bit of blue here and this much white. And that's when I know, okay, I'm going to pick up my brake. I've told you before, I'm not usually a mark guy, but here I am because this track just seems so sensitive to small changes. So I'm like, I better get some brake markers. It's worked out for me so far. But okay, getting down to the line. Nice gradual throttle increase. See, that's probably why this section is so fast. This track really likes that. It doesn't like you to hold partial throttle, it seems. And here, in this corner, okay, we're just picking up the brake and turning in. Let's look at the cockpit real quick. So yeah, like halfway into this blue section. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I'm starting to turn in right here, and we're gonna just start to pick up the brake, and it's just the tiniest brake drag. I forgot to show you how much brake I'm using in turn one. You probably noticed, but we'll look at it real quick. But anyhow, there's nothing interesting here. We're just making a beeline for the apron. Real quick look at how much brake am I using. I know it's more brake into turn one. So yeah, maybe up to 20%, trailing it off. We roll just for an instant before I start to bring up the throttle slowly. And I guess, I mean, let's go ahead and look at the far chase of our fast second section. If you're still here, we might as well look at it. If you're not here, that's all right. You've got most of the information already. I mean, okay, you could see on this lap, I started to pick up the brake just a touch later, like I thought. So it's the last maybe quarter of the blue. And then the biggest thing is the gradual throttle increase, not holding partial at all. The track really likes that, it seems. I think most tracks do. I have a bad habit of, I think, bringing up the throttle up a little bit too quickly, and then I have to hold partial. But if you can just pick up the throttle slower and kind of gradually increase it and reach full throttle the same time that you would if you're holding partial throttle, that seems just a bit faster. But here it seems way faster. On short tracks, it's like it doesn't seem to be that big a deal, the difference, but here it's huge. I think that's all I have for you guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. I think I'm going to race this the most in the coming weeks because Michigan and ARCA does not look very fun. So hopefully this will be fun. Oh, real quick, I'll just show you what I think the race pace is going to look like. I didn't do all hot laps this, session. It seems to be, starting off below 31 with these conditions. You can see after about 15 to 20 laps, I'm going to be in the 32-second range. It's a right front burner, it feels like. Even going as easy as I can into the corners and being nice to the throttle off, the right front is just going a lot quicker than the rears, it seems like. And that's what I've seen as a trend on Garage 61 as well when I check out other people. Okay, I promise that's it. Let's have a fun week, and I'll see you guys out there.